still your friend, Dr. Sam Osuji, your leadership consultant and global health consultant. I am here once again to discuss with us few things regarding conflict issues that we have been dealing with over some time. And it's critical that you understand how these things turn around most times. Because it's good to resolve conflict within the heart of its core, within the context where it is happening and occurring. It's critical and it's important. As great leaders, it is necessary you understand that as a leader, that is nothing too difficult for you most times, as long as you want it. You have to take the initiative and get yourself going. As long as you're taking the initiative to get yourself going, this is very, very critical and important. We must be able, when it has to do with conflict, we must be able to see other people as persons or as individuals and not just as objects. When you see people as objects, you lose opportunity for resolving conflict. But it's important that you see other people not as objects, but as persons who are also emotional beings. This is very critical, who are also logical, and who are also very dynamic within themselves in the scheme of things and in the way they are shaped and in the way they work. So it's important we understand that. So when it has to do with conflict, we should not have a need to be justified. When you have a need to justify in every conflict, when you have a need to be justified in every conflict, it means that you value problem more than solution. Alright? So you value problem more than solution when you have a need to be justified. And when you have need to be justified, it also means that you value conflict over peace. Some people value conflict over peace because they have need to be justified. And that's where what we see when people take the blame game, play the blame game, or play the victim in every conflict. So it doesn't follow at all. Alright, so don't have the need to be justified. And when you insist on that need to be justified, it means that others will be blamed. You will be placating it, computing it, and be blaming others. But as a great leader, learn to take unconditional responsibility. And that's how to resolve the heart of every conflict. Unconditional. Unconditional. Whether he talks to me or he doesn't talk to me, whether they talk to me or they don't talk to me, you take the initiative. You that know there is a conflict, instead of being emotional about it, take the initiative, discuss it headlong. Alright? So we can't resolve conflict if we can't transform them. Learn to transform the conflict. Learn to make it an opportunity for your growth and advancement. If you don't learn to transform it or reframe it within your mindset, you will continue to suffer the pains unnecessarily of things within the red zone, probably that are not supposed to be, things that you shouldn't suffer. You continue to suffer it. And that's how a lot of people suffer so much when it has to do with conflict, because they fail to transform it, they fail to reframe it, they fail to do what they're supposed to do even within themselves. They fail to take initiative. They keep the position of justifying themselves and blaming others and playing the victim game and sometimes placating it or computing it. It doesn't help you in any way. It doesn't help you. Alright, so you need to grow. You need to work on yourself to grow up. To grow up means as a leader, you take the initiative. You take unconditional responsibility. Remember what we discussed in several other videos. Please, if you haven't watched it, please, I will refer you to watch the videos on unconditional responsibility, ontological humility, and essential integrity. Those things that have to do with the attitudes of transformational leaders. Because as a leader facing a conflict, you would have to bring out the things in your chessboard. You would have to bring out the armors and your instruments of work within your chessboard. And these instruments are basic attitudes that will help you to ward off certain challenges that would want to come and challenge your leading functions or your leadership capacity. It's important, all right? So learn to reframe, learn to transform the conflict. is important, very, very important. Then because if we make other people, if we make other people to be at fault, or if we say other people are at fault, or if we say the next person is at fault, therefore I will not do anything. If you say the next person is at fault, it means you are powerless. You've made yourself powerless. Alright, so the more you blame someone else, the more you lose power for initiative, you lose power for transformation, you lose the power for responsibility and unconditional responsibility. You lose power when you blame others, you lose power. When you say others are at fault, you lose power. You become powerless. But as a leader, you need to understand what innermost powers within you to bring changes within a better narrative. And it's important. So when we see each other as objects, all right, we make our survival to be at risk. And it's important. Other people are not objects. They are human beings too. They feel. So when you are pained that you talk to them harshly, remember you are not talking to objects, but they are human beings. And that's why as a leader, you have to take the initiative up front, take the step forward and attend to it and deal with it. And don't stay in the pot or in the zone where you keep blaming others, making it a personal issue, making it an issue about you. It can't be you. It's never been about you, and it will never end with you. It will never be about you. So you need to learn to reform and transform it and make it an issue for you to deal with as a leader. When you do like that, you grow your leadership, and that's how to resolve the heart of conflict, because you've been able to decide to take unconditional responsibility. You've been able to reframe it. That's very important. You've been able to transform it. You've been able to see others as human beings and not as objects. You've been able to take responsibility and not to place others on the front line. You've been able to know that you are not justified, rather you don't keep justifying yourself, because you know the importance of peace over conflict. You know the importance of solution over problems. That's important, great leaders. Thank you so much. I would want to take your feedbacks, and I would want you to also learn and share. I would want you to learn, share, and comment. And whatever it is that is feedback you're giving, please make sure you give your feedback, because we'll be ready to attend to it. Thank you, and God bless you.